Once upon a time, in a charming village nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling river, there was an old, abandoned lighthouse. The villagers often spoke of the lighthouse with a mix of fear and fascination, for it was said to house a magical lantern that could grant wishes to those who were truly kind of heart. In the village lived a young girl named Mira. Mira was known for her generosity and bright spirit. She often helped her neighbors, tended to the village's garden, and cared for stray animals. Mira had always dreamed of exploring the lighthouse, but she knew that the journey required a pure heart and a selfless wish. One evening, as the sun set and the sky turned a deep shade of indigo, Mira saw a beautiful, golden glow emanating from the lighthouse. She felt a surge of hope and decided that it was time to uncover the truth behind the lantern. The next morning, with a small satchel of supplies and a heart full of determination, Mira set out for the lighthouse. The path was overgrown and winding, but Mira was undeterred. She knew the journey would be difficult, but she was guided by her wish to help her village. As she approached the lighthouse, Mira noticed that it was covered in vines and moss. The once grand structure seemed to have fallen into disrepair, but the golden glow from within was still visible. With a deep breath, Mira pushed open the heavy wooden door and stepped inside. The interior of the lighthouse was dusty and dimly lit, but the golden glow grew brighter as Mira ventured further. She climbed the winding staircase, her footsteps echoing in the stillness. At the top of the lighthouse, she found a room with large windows that overlooked the village. In the center of the room stood an old, ornate lantern with intricate carvings. Mira approached the lantern, and as she reached out to touch it, a soft, ethereal voice filled the room. "Welcome, Mira. I am the spirit of the Lantern of Wishes. To activate its magic, you must prove that your heart is truly selfless." A shimmering figure appeared before Mira, and it was the guardian spirit of the lantern. The spirit's eyes sparkled with a kind, knowing look. To prove your selflessness, you must answer a question. What is the greatest wish of a heart that seeks to give rather than receive? Mira thought for a moment. She remembered the struggles of her village, the fields that were barren, the children who had few toys, and the families who struggled to make ends meet. With a determined heart, she answered, "The greatest wish of a heart that seeks to give is to see others happy and thriving." The spirit smiled warmly. "You have answered correctly, Mira. The Lantern of Wishes is now yours to command. Make your wish with sincerity, and it shall come true." Mira took a deep breath and thought of her village. She wished for prosperity and joy for her fellow villagers, hoping that they would have plenty of food, good health, and happiness. She spoke her wish aloud, her voice filled with genuine hope and love. The lantern's golden glow intensified, and the room was bathed in a warm, radiant light. Mira felt a sense of peace and fulfillment as the light enveloped her. The spirit of the lantern thanked Mira and assured her that the magic would soon reach the village. When Mira returned to her village, she was greeted with astonished faces. The once barren fields were now lush and green, and the village was filled with laughter and joy. The river had overflowed with clear, fresh water, and the homes were filled with warmth and abundance. The villagers celebrated the transformation, grateful for Mira's bravery and selflessness. They admired her not for the magical lantern but for her kind heart and the genuine wish she had made. Mira continued to live in her village, cherishing the new prosperity and joy that had come to her community. The old lighthouse remained a symbol of hope and magic, a reminder that selfless wishes and pure hearts could bring about wonderful changes. And so, under the warm glow of the lantern's magic, Mira and her village thrived and lived happily ever after, their lives touched by the light of kindness and generosity. The end.